Alright, this is what it sounds like stock. Hello YouTube, how we doing? Greetings from LA, Lower Alabama. Today we're going to be working on something a little different. The 2024 Nightster, and we are going to be installing a slip-on exhaust. This is it right here. Here's a little bit of installation instructions that came with it. Might want to look at that. Inside the box here comes with a V-clip. Here is the exhaust itself. And it's just a slip-on. I'm not a motorcycle guy. I'm not a professional. I'm just your average Joe trying to save some dough here and make the bike a little louder. So I'm going to pause the video and see what we got to do to get the heat shield off. That's going to be our next item. Get the heat shield off. And then we'll go from there. Okay, the heat shield seemed to be fairly simple. It's held on by hose clamps. Got one right here, 10 millimeter. I just ran them all the way out, undid it. Got two on this one. Now these other two pieces have hose clamps on them too, but you don't have to take them all the way off. I just had to loosen these up just enough to where I could get this other piece to slide out. Same thing on this one. There's one hiding right there. There's another one sliding down here. And then there's one right there. So there's 1, 2, 3 on this piece. And I just did it enough to where I could get it loose. I didn't take them all the way out. Just got them loose. That's all I did. Got 3 on this one. 1, 2, 3. Just got them loose. And the 2 on this one, undid them all the way. Just so I could slide that out of there. So I undid them all the way, those 2 there, so they come off. Okay. Next we're going to work on getting the exhaust off itself. Let's see what it takes. Be right back. Alright, so far so good. It's going pretty easy. So far I've loosened up everything on the exhaust. Clamp right here is a 15 millimeter that holds the exhaust on itself. There's a mounting bracket here, and it's got 2 torque bit screws. It was a T40. You got where the mount connects to the exhaust right here. 1/2-inch socket. And then there's 2 small bolts down here on the bottom, right there. And they were 10 millimeter. And that's everything that holds the exhaust on right there. So now I'm going to finish unbolting the rest of that. We'll see if we get the slide off. Alright, got all the bolts out of the old exhaust. This clamp right here was a bit of a booger. I ain't even gonna lie to you. This clamp right here is a bit of a booger. What I did was put a pry bar on there, pushed up on it until it popped loose enough to where I could slide it off. And then took a hammer and just gently tapped right here to get it off the rest of the way. Okay guys, this exhaust right here, it's a new one. It's just a little bit too tight. Looks like it probably drawled in when they welded that collar on there. So we're going to have to spread that open a little bit. And we're going to follow the directions that came with it. I'll show you what we're going to do. And this is real common. You can see where they welded it right here. Anytime you weld something, it's going to expand or extract and shrink and warp. And you're going to have to do a little configuration here to make it fit on there. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to walk you through it and we'll kind of get it figured out together. Alright guys, here's what I ended up doing. I wrapped the end with the frog tape. It's supposed to help prevent you from scratching it all up. Make sure you put it on a towel, something, because this stuff scratches real easy. I got a little bitty one right there. Yeah, thank God it's my bike, huh? If it's somebody else's, I'd be in trouble. Okay, so we put the green tape around there. I took a crescent wrench, put it like that, and I pried down with it and bent it out a little bit. Now you don't want to go super crazy here, just go around it, work a little bit. Okay, bend it a little bit, bend it a little bit, go try it. You need to bend it some more, fine. You don't want to bend it too much and then get it on there and then you got to beat on it to get the pipe to close back up. You're going to have exhaust leaks, you're going to have a mess. Just lightly bend it a little bit, work your way around it, go all the way around it, bend it a little bit, and then go try it. You need to bend a little more, do a little more until you get the fit. Alright, next thing I want to do is go around it with some sandpaper. I'll clean that all up real good so it helps that pipe slide on there better. Just go around there and make sure everything's cleaned off real good. And then we're going to put a high temp RTV sealant on there, and that's going to make like a gasket. We'll get to that part in a minute. Alright guys, now I got that all sanded down real nice and slick. And the instructions say use a high temp RTV sealant type stuff to create like a gasket around it. So you want to put on this pipe first and then slide the exhaust on. I'm using the Ultra Copper Gasket Maker exhaust. This is pretty high temp. I doubt this is ever going to get hot enough to tear that up. So we're just going to put a nice little bead around here. Try to seal it up all the way around. And then we're going to slide the pipe on. Alright guys, there we go. Something I want you to keep in mind when you're putting this on. I went ahead and put this bracket up there, but I didn't tighten it up. I left it loose because you got to line that tab up. You want that ear to line up that bolt so it all locks in together. So I kind of put that up there loose and then wiggled and fought around with this to get it in place. Here's the clamp. Put it out towards the end here, right about in there. There's the clamp. You can see a little bit of gasket sealer in there still. We'll see how that plays out. Alright. There it is. Alright, I'm going to start tightening this stuff down.